I am in such a good mood. I just finished editing the first group of viewer pictures, your pictures that you sent in. And I gotta say, you guys have really outdone yourself. So much variety, headphone things, horns, vintage, DIY, cool, just really, really cool stuff. So it was a lot of fun to put it together. And I think also a lot of work because you sent in over 700 emails, and each email has 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, even though I always ask for 2, pictures. So much to look at. But the overall quality level this time, completely over the top. So many great ones. So I had to do a lot of culling to squeeze it into an episode. Now, and this is a 2-part thing. So today is obviously part 1. Next weekend, part 2 will run. But each episode will, in itself, have 2 parts because there'll be the normal stuff where I put up a picture and describe what's in the picture. Near the end, I'm just going to do quickies of just the shot and the owner's name and maybe a little bit about it, and that's it. So that way I get a lot more in. Because I know it's a drag. You send in your pictures and you're not picked, and it's not good, right? So I'm trying to get more in. Can't get them all because it was like, well over 700 entries. So thanks again for doing that. I will repeat this again, in a few months, 2-3 months, we'll do it all over again. But right now, let's just see what you guys are up to. So we're going to kick things off with Maheen from Toronto's System. Because look at those speakers. Those are Alltech Model 19s. Hugely, I'm so jealous. The power amp, I had those. Carry 805 monoblocks, a Carry SLP 98 preamp. I had one of those too. There's a DIY phono stage, a Thorn's TD124 Mark II turntable, Micro Secchi MA505 tone arm, SME 309 tone arm, an RCAM CD73 CD player, and a Blue Sound Node 2i streamer. Sam's got some Dirty Weekends, Zoo Dirty Weekends. I love those speakers. He built that rack from solid oak a couple of years ago. He's got a Project turntable, PS Audio Stellar Gain DAC, a Kenwood DV4900 changer, a Wired for Sound, ST250s amp that gets along really well with the Zoos. His dog's name is Danica. It's a giant schnauzer. She is his listening buddy. He also has some, if you can see him in the background there, Maggie 1.4 panel speakers. I like Andy. He's got a very straightforward approach here. He's got a Technics SL2400GR turntable, Technics SUG700 amp, and Buckhart S400s. He just got those a few hours before he took the picture. Dennis is holding his pet, Willie. It's actually a beluga whale skull. And it's the companion. He's got a companion there. He's got a Roxanne Radius 5 turntable with an Origin Live MK2 tone arm, Shure M97XE cartridge, YBA DAC streamer, AccuPhase E206. The speakers are Tesla ARS 641s, and they've been upgraded with a louder. There's a lot going on there. Michael G. Well, Michael, so you have Magnapan 3.7 eyes. I had those too. Great speaker. And the power amp is Macintosh MC611, 600 watt monos. The preamp is Mac C2600, and he's got a Lumen X1 DAC streamer. Oh, and there's also Rel S5 Show subwoofers, a pair of them. David is a furniture builder. He lives in Tennessee. He made these amazing speakers, kind of a gallo look actually, but maybe it's more steampunk. In any case, they are extremely cool. Dennis has Dolly Oberon 7 speakers, a Marantz PM 7005 stereo amp, a Marantz CD 6006 CD player, Rel T5i sub, and he's using a Sony TV. Oh, and there's that little parakeet there. I almost missed that. Zach is 21 years old. He lives in Virginia, and his dog is a Norwich Terrier named Kate. Anyway, he's an audiophile. He's got a Riga RP1 that he paid $200 for on Facebook Marketplace. His speakers are ELAC Debut 6. This isolation rack is a Loven Classic 2. He paid $20 for it, and the receiver is an Onkyo TX8020. Thomas sent this in from Germany. He has some very old, as he describes it, Ray Audio Kinshita monitors from a studio in Amsterdam with TAD drivers and a Mac MC2500 and a Melos preamp. He says, thanks for the videos and tips. You're welcome. And his dog looks super relaxed. Stefan lives in Sweden. He also has a Riga. He has a P2 with the same Nooka, I'll eventually say that correctly, PM110 cartridge, a Shitmanny phono preamp, an Onkyo TX8270 Triangle Bro 3 speakers, and Triangle Hiatus 320 subwoofer, and he also has Beyerdynamic 880 Edition headphones. Bill is sporting some Salk 3 speakers, Audio Van Alstyne preamp and power amps, a VPI Scout turntable with a Denon 103R cartridge. He's got Riga and Marantz CD players, a Blue Sound streamer, a PS Stellar power plant line conditioner, and a Salk 12 sub. Andrew, wowza, that is an amazing looking amplifier. What is that, like a dome thing going on? Pretty cool. And he's got Ampex 2 preamp and a Harman Kardon Rapco turntable with a Hanna moving coil cartridge. Oh, and check out those Quad 57s. Nice shot. Regina, you're from Canada. You got some nice speakers. Those are Usher BE718s, a 65-inch Sony 4K TV with a Sony Blu-ray player. She's got a topping D90 DAC, a Schiit Freya preamp, a Bell Canto monoblocks, they're M300 monoblocks. The balanced headphone amplifier is SM SL SP2900, and she's running Beyerdynamic T5P headphones. Michael's got a little desktop system here. That's actually a very nice picture. Thank you for that, Michael. He's got Schiit Modi 3 DAC, a Schiit Valley 2 headphone amp, and Mass Drop Sennheiser HD6XX. Know them, love them. And it's all sounds really great. Greetings from the UK, from Ken. He has Wilson Audio Yvette speakers. Nice stuff. 2 pairs of Focal headphones, Utopia and Stellia. Ken's another guy who's really into DCS. He has a DCS Bartok DAC just for headphone use. He has also a DCS Rossini DAC with a DCS Rossini word clock. Nice. And a DCS SACD transport. Preamp is an Audio Research Ref 6 SE. And power amp is a very substantial Dan D'Agostino progression. Damien hails from Krakow, Poland, and I think he's got it all figured out. He's got a Cambridge Audio CXC, I think that's the transport, Mytech Brooklyn DAC Plus, Project 1 Expression Carbon Classic turntable with Ortophon silver cartridge and an Ortophon blue stylus, a Project 2 Box S, Schiit Saga preamp, Schiit Lear headphone amp, and Audeze LCD2F, I guess that's phaser headphones, Audeze LCD4, yikes, those are amazing, and Fostex TH610 headphones. Brendan's running Tecton Lore Minis. What an incredible value for a made-in-the-US speaker. I love those speakers. He also has a Marantz 5005 CD player, a Schiit Modi 2 Uber DAC, a Riga P2, that's turntable from 2016, Denon, I guess, DI 110 phono cartridge, Shitmanny phono stage, Yamaha CA610 integrated, a Schiit Valley 2 from the tape out, Hi-Fi Man HE400i headphones, and some cheap roof treatment as he describes it. Jim is a DIY horn guy, and he made these speakers himself. It has a 15-inch Lambda Acoustics TD 15M woofer in a copy of a Klipsch Cornwall 1 cabinet. He also has a 2-inch Community M200 compression mid-range on a 350 hertz Tractrix horn that sits on the top, and a 1-inch TAD TD 2001 compression tweeter. Yikes, that should be freaking amazing. Brad's from Texas. You know, he's going through some changes coming, but right now, in the picture, he has Dynaudio A70 speakers, an Acurus A200 power amp, a Lexicon MC1 preamp, that's pretty serious, Fluence RT85 turntable with an Ortophon 2M Blue, a Shitmani phono preamp, and a Pioneer DV414 DVD CD player. But coming up in January, that's this month, he's expecting some Zoo Dirty Weekend speakers, and also, if that's not enough, some Magnapan LRS speakers. They're on 18 weeks back order. Yikes. Ron is a can-do kind of guy. Back in the 80s, he designed and built these pyramid-shaped speakers, 3-sided pyramid. They have a 12-inch woofer, 6-inch mid-range, and a 1-inch dome tweeter. He was guided by David Ween's loudspeaker design book, so he's definitely giving credit there. Unfortunately, they're too big for where he lives now, but he can't bring himself to get rid of them. Sounds familiar. James is another guy, not afraid of challenges. He handmade this one-off version of the Western Electric 2020 turntable that should have been, but never was. It has a 16-inch meticulously crafted tone arm fitted with a mysterious and equally elusive Audiophiliac STS 322 phono cartridge. Walter's amplifiers, I think that image says a lot. I was in awe. Those are 110 watt OTL triode monoblocks with tubes from a Russian MiG fighter. He also has open baffle speakers. He says the soundstage is 3D and big behind the wall, really close to being there. Now we're going to do some quickies, starting with Atom System. I guess those are ELAC towers. Nicely done. Al's system looks like it's a serious heavyweight champion. Alejandro's horn-loaded speakers are seriously intriguing. Alex lives in Australia, and he sent a bunch of setups, and they're all very cool. This is just one. Andrew set the controls man for the Heart of the Sun. Antonio, Kef LS50s in a very symmetrical setup. Looks nice. This one comes from Brett. Oh, Chris, this is the Blue Light Special. I like that. Craig gets a little sideways over his sound. Damon, that's a Desktop Deluxe. Dominic, you're into analog tape, and you have a... Wait, is that a changer? That turntable is a changer? Nice. Elroy, he's living large, that's for sure. Fritz has a tidy system. And then Gary's sporting Mart Logan's and reel-to-reel and a turntable. Tasty. I think we're going to stop for now. Anyway, more will show up next weekend. Thanks again to everyone who sent in pictures. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is, without a doubt, the Audiophiliac Daily Show. If you like what I do, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. You could also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/audiophiliac. There's a link to that below. While you're here, by the way, there are playlists, and there is a playlist for more of these viewer systems from the ones I've already done. So I will link to that above right now. And, you know the spiel. Anyway, like I said, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you back here again very, very soon. Bye-bye.